Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dig into this ancient text, and you'll probably be shocked at how well it tackles some of our biggest, most modern problems. Let's get right into it.
Seriously, what if there was a guide written like 3,000 years ago that held the keys to navigating all the stuff we deal with today? Tricky social situations, managing your money, keeping your cool. I know, it sounds a little out there, right? But believe it or not, that's exactly what we're looking at.
The text we're diving into is Proverbs 23. And look, this isn't going to be some dry, preachy breakdown. Think of it more like a practical, ancient guidebook, a collection of wisdom that honestly feels like it could have been written for us yesterday.
All right, first things first, the chapter kicks off with what is basically a masterclass in social intelligence. That skill of reading the room, figuring out who you're really dealing with, and knowing how to handle yourself.
So, the very first scenario it throws at us is dining with a ruler. And yeah, I get it, you're probably not having dinner with a king this weekend. But think about what that represents. It's any high-stakes situation, right? That super important business dinner, meeting your partner's boss for the first time. The advice is simple. Be mindful. Hold back a little. Because it says the food itself could be deceptive. It's not just about the meal, it's a test of your character.
And what's really fascinating is how it immediately contrasts this with a totally different scenario, eating with a stingy or begrudging host. You got to see the difference here. At the ruler's table, the danger is you, your own lack of self-control. But at the stingy host table, the danger is them, their insincerity, their generosity isn't real. The big lesson here? You have to read the room and understand what's really motivating people.
And this quote just nails it. The stingy person says all the right things, eat up, have some more. But inside, their heart just isn't in it. They're inwardly calculating the cost while smiling at you. It's such a timeless reminder that words and intentions don't always line up. You've got to look past the surface.
The chapter then rounds out its social advice with this little gem. It's blunt. But man, is it practical. Especially today with, the internet and all its endless debates.
Now, this might sound a little arrogant, but it's not really about that. It's a practical strategy, right? It's about conserving your energy, your emotional and intellectual energy, for conversations that might actually be productive. So it makes perfect sense that after talking about how to handle other people, the text turns inward. It's all about managing our own world. The focus shifts to discipline, mastering your own resources, specifically your finances and your appetites. First up is money. And let's be clear, the text isn't saying wealth is bad, not at all. It's warning against that obsessive, all-consuming pursuit of it. It basically says, don't trust your own cleverness to build a fortune, because that fortune can vanish, just like that.
I mean, what an incredible image. Wealth that literally sprouts wings and flies off like an eagle. You just can't get a more vivid reminder of how impermanent it can all be. Here one moment, gone the next.
Okay, so from the trap of chasing wealth, the chapter pivots hard to another danger, the loss of self-control. And it sets the stage with these piercing questions, basically asking, hey, who's the one who's always miserable? Who's always in trouble? Who brings all this on themselves? And the answer is just blunt. Those who linger over wine, and then it just lists the consequences with brutal honesty, pointless injuries, bloodshot eyes, seeing strange things, your thoughts are all jumbled, and ultimately, it can lead to poverty. It's drawing a crystal clear line between excess and ruin.
And then it drives the point home with this one last, terrifying image. Something can seem beautiful and smooth at first, but in the end, it's venomous. It's a powerful, visceral warning about the delayed but very certain danger of going too far.
So we've got these warnings about navigating the social world and controlling our own appetites. The final section, then, gets right to the heart of it all. How do you build a strong, unshakable character in the first place?
Well, the text boils it all down to one core action. It's like the ultimate investment you can make in yourself, one that'll pay off for a lifetime. This is the foundation. Treat truth, wisdom, and insight like your most valuable assets. Acquire them, whatever the cost, and then never, ever let them go. We're not talking about material wealth here. This is all about building your inner fortune.
And it's really crucial we understand what instruction means here. It's not about memorizing facts for a test. It's about applying your heart to knowledge, letting it actually shape how you live, so that you lead a more disciplined and meaningful life.
And these are the other pillars of that strong foundation. It's a holistic approach. You seek knowledge, you respect your roots, and this one's huge, you keep your own moral compass instead of envying people who are doing the wrong thing. It's about guiding the next generation and finding joy not in things, but in a family built on that shared wisdom.
So when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway from this 3,000-year-old guide to modern life? Ultimately, it seems to come down to this powerful truth. All the skills we need for the outside world, they flow from our inner world. Situational awareness isn't just a social trick, it's a product of integrity. Self-control isn't just about willpower, it's the result of choosing wisdom over fleeting desires. These are the timeless principles for building a stable, meaningful life no matter what century you live in.
And that leaves us with a final thought. In our culture that's always chasing the next new thing, the next life hack, what ancient, proven truths are we in danger of forgetting? What wisdom is truly worth buying and never, ever selling?